Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Daniel House, owner and founder of Mount Olympus SMP. Thank you guys for joining us, and we're always glad to have you. So on this channel, the most important thing for us is to be able to help you guys become a little bit more acquainted with micro scalp pigmentation. There's a lot of individuals out there who are not too familiar about what SMP is and how SMP can be beneficial for you if you're experiencing hair loss or alopecia. And with that being said, welcome to our channel, and hopefully you guys can actually get some type of value out of this video. So in this video today, we're going to be talking about what is micro scalp pigmentation. There's some individuals out there who don't really necessarily know what micro scalp pigmentation is. There's a lot of confusion. Some people say, well, is it a tattoo? We get that question all the time. All of our clients always ask us, is it a tattoo? So yes, the similarities between tattooing and scalp micropigmentation is the fact that we are taking ink and we are permanently creating impressions into your head that emulate the look of hair follicles. Now, where scalp micropigmentation and tattooing differ is that tattooing, these individuals use bigger needles. They're using like a 10 gauge. So where the term micro comes from in scalp micropigmentation is the fact that we're using very, very small micro needles. Okay, so you're not going to get a hair follicle that would look as big as the impression you would get from a 10 gauge. Most of your tattoo artists, they really have to dig into the skin at an angle to really pack the skin full of ink pigment. With scalp micropigmentation, what we do is our time in skin is in and out. In and out, in and out, and we create thousands and thousands of micro impressions that emulate the look of hair follicles. So that if you're getting SMP done from a good artist, people from a distance or even close up, they're not necessarily going to be able to tell if your SMP is fake, real, if it's a tattoo, if it's your real hair follicles. Over at Mount Olympus, we make sure that we layer our different passes with, different shades of ink, different size needles, and we tailor make that look specific to whoever the customer is. Everybody doesn't have the same, circumference of their head. Your skin may be a little bit different. We have some individuals that we work with that have freckles on the top of their head, the top of their crown. So, the look that we create for you is gonna be unique to you as an individual, okay? And so we get a lot of times, people will come to us and say, well, I'm nervous about SMP because I've seen people that have, SMP that looks blue. So what I will say is this: if you ever experience SMP and you notice that there's a color shift where it's blue or it's green, it's because whoever did the SMP does not understand the importance of color theory, okay? And you should never take a full black pigment and then just go do somebody's head, okay? Based on where you range in the Fitzpatrick scale, all the way from a Fitzpatrick 1 to a Fitzpatrick beyond a 6, okay? You have, most of our Caucasian individuals are gonna be Fitzpatrick 1 and 2. Most of our Hispanic customers or Latin American customers are gonna be 3 and 4. And most of our African American customers are gonna be 5 and 6, okay? And if you're beyond a 6, jet black, there's even different color mixes and techniques for individuals who are more on the darker side of the Fitzpatrick scale. So what'll happen is individuals who don't understand the Fitzpatrick scale or color theory, what they'll do is they think that you can just take black ink and then use black ink to do someone's pigment, when that's not the case, okay? The ink has to be modified. So, tattoo artists, and there's the similarity again, or the lack thereof a similarity, is that tattoo artists don't have to modify their black inks. Usually they just take their black ink and they, go pull a line or they do their shading. With us, we have to make sure that we alter or modify the ink color based on whatever the undertone color is to the top of your head. Okay, and also we have to look at where the shadow is. Like when we cut your hair down, the important thing for us is finding out what blends with your pattern, as well as when we're trying to match the growth of your hair. We have to really look at your hair and customize the different clusters of different dots that we're putting into your head to make sure that it all blends properly so it looks as natural as possible. So all in all, scalp micropigmentation is a great procedure for individuals who are experiencing alopecia, male pattern, hair loss, or even if your hairline is starting to thin up, we can actually go back and enhance that hairline and bring your hairline right back, right? So, what I tell most individuals is, yes, SMP scalp micropigmentation is more of a permanent decision. So I would tell individuals, if, you're not comfortable with, rocking a low haircut, then probably SMP might not be a good fit for you. For individuals who are experiencing extensive hair loss. Now, if you're somebody who, just your hairline is starting to recede a little bit, and you're like, what, regardless, I'm always gonna keep some level of hair, then yes, scalp micropigmentation definitely would be a great fit for you. You know, we make sure that every customer that we talk to, we ask these important questions. We say, listen, is there ever a possibility that you would just want to go completely bald? Would you want to go completely bald with, you know, no traces of any type of hair follicles, you know, on your crown, on your head? And if that's the case, then, you know, SMP might not be the goal for you, because the truth of the matter is this: if you get scalp micropigmentation, you change your mind and you don't want it later down the line, you're gonna have to get it removed with a laser, okay? And so that's why I tell most of our customers and clients that come through us for consultations, it's a permanent decision, okay? And if you don't wanna go this route, I don't recommend you go the route. Now, what I will say is, I think scalp micropigmentation is a great option for individuals who say, you know what, I like the fact that I have hair. You know, SMP is more for individuals who understand, hey, you know, I like having a full head of hair. I like that look. That's the look I know that I want, and I'm gonna lock that look in, okay? Now, as far as individuals who are on the fence, I'll say this for you individuals. So my recommendation to most individuals who feel like they're on the fence, you know that you want SMP, but you're still kind of torn. You haven't found a video online that actually helps you to understand or to navigate, you know, all the different types of information, different looks that are out there. My recommendation to people is this: if you know you want SMP, but you don't necessarily know if you want to have that really sharp barber edge up look, what I tell most of our clients is go with the buzz cut. We offer 3 different looks. We offer a barber edge up, which is a sharp hairline. We offer one that's the soft barber edge up, which is you still get the sharp line, but it's not as pronounced and profound. It's kind of light around the hairline, and then it picks up in pigment and density as you go further back. What I tell most people is the buzz cut is a great option. The buzz cut looks like you just took fresh clippers to your head and you just shaved your head, but you didn't go back and punch in the hairline. And the reason why I tell people the buzz cut is a great option is because it still gives you the look of having a full head of hair, okay? The look, rather, a full head of hair. And if ever you wanted to add a hairline a little bit sharper, you know, more, you know, lined up, we can always add that. It would take like 15 minutes to do it. So I would tell individuals, if you're kind of on the fence, go with the buzz cut, leave it kind of open, and later down the line, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, you want to add a hairline, you want it to be sharp, plush, tack sharp, we can do that for you. So I think that that would probably be, you know, the best option for you. So that being said, you know, pretty much that's the differences, you know, between, you know, tattooing, SMP, and traditional tattooing. You know, we don't use, you know, the same size needles they use 10 gauges and better. For us, we primarily use 4, 8s, and 6s. 6 is definitely, you know, kind of the middle road where most, you know, SMP artists pretty much stick with the 6. But like I said, it definitely depends on your skin pigment. It depends on the circumference of your head, depends on if you have freckles on your head. You know, the SMP artists that you talk to get a consultation from, they're gonna give you a comprehensive consultation, let you know, look, these are all the variables, these are all the things that I see, and this is the best plan of action I think that we should actually utilize for you. To give you the best look possible. So if you're in the market and you're interested in scalp micropigmentation, you can always reach us by leaving us a comment under this video, or you can reach us by contacting us by phone. You can text us, let us know that you're interested in potentially going down the road with scalp micropigmentation. And we would love to have you guys into our beautiful establishment to learn a little bit more about you. We're looking forward to talking to you and helping you achieve the look that you desire.